Whether it's for financial, entertainment, or philosophical reasons, throughout human history, we constantly try to predict what the future will entail.
Some of the most famous fashion designers in the US today have been asked to forecast what Eve will look like in AD 2000. One idea is a dress that can be adapted for morning, afternoon, or evening. Apparently in AD 2000 we shall be having a hair-raising time. As for him, if he matters at all, he'll be fitted with a telephone, a radio, and containers for coins, keys, and candy for cuties.
While some of these predictions have been so outlandishly incorrect it becomes comical, others have been so accurate it becomes eerie.
A central bank computer will debit the family's account the amount of purchases and credit the department store, for example.
Hi, Fred. How's the old golf game?
Don't ask. 6 inches of snow and a blizzard on the way? What do you got in mind?
As far as investors are concerned, if we could all accurately predict the future, we could almost guarantee ourselves a life of financial freedom and indulgence. Although this strategy is fraught with risk, new technologies that were once inconceivable or partially reserved for science fiction movies become a reality and disrupt the marketplace as we know it, leaving it forever changed. So how are we supposed to invest our money for the next 3, 4, 5, even maybe 6 decades and still have a relevant portfolio at that point in time? I've constructed a portfolio for success using 583 different publicly traded companies, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly what they are. I can confidently say that I have absolutely no idea how we will eat, travel, communicate, live, and grow as a population in 30 plus years from now. I can, however, make some pretty broad and educated assumptions on how the future will play out using 5 different exchange-traded funds. The first part of the portfolio is agriculture. Now I've chosen ticker VEGI. It holds 144 different companies within the ag sector. All biological life forms must consume some form of nutrients in some way, shape, or form, and obviously as humans, we are no exception to this rule. Now in 30 plus years, whether we're sourcing our food from outdoors, indoors, or a science lab, maybe a mixture of all 3, as long as we're still around as human beings, as biological life forms, we will still obviously need to ingest some form of nutrients, vitamins, and minerals. That's why I've chosen agriculture as the first holding, with almost 150 different companies responsible for entire ag industry, whether it's from seed all the way to the nutrients hitting our stomach. The next one I'd like to introduce is water. Related to ag, but I'd like to put it in its own separate category. Water is known as blue gold, specifically fresh water. Now it's fairly common sense why water, fresh water specifically, is so essential to life as we know it here on Earth. In fact, I can almost guarantee you in the future, fresh water will be valued in a very, very different way. In fact, I believe that most major countries may soon go to war over water, and we can already see that in some of the largest populations on Earth, like China and India. We can see precursors of that already happening. Now, luckily here in North America, what we share with Canada is some of the largest, if not the largest, by volume, bodies of fresh water on planet Earth. So for this particular investment, I chose an ETF by First Trust, ticker FIW, has 36 different holdings that operate within the water sector. Now this is utilities, maybe it's water pipeline companies, maybe it's water filtration companies, maybe it's companies that do all the different fittings and pumps for the water industry. So many different types of companies within this ETF. I enjoy owning it, knowing that I don't have to predict what the future of water will be. I know that these companies, even if there's a market disruptor that comes into play, it might be one of these companies, or it will be purchased by these companies. And if it's even publicly traded, it might even be added to this exchange-traded fund. So again, as we go down the list, this is why I've chosen exchange-traded funds with particular themes, so that way in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, I'm still owning the best of agriculture, I'm still owning the best of water, and I'm not picking and choosing different companies, hoping that they're going to be relevant by themselves individually in 3, 4, 5, 6 decades. The next slice of the pie that I'd like to introduce is biotech. This is a product by First Trust, ticker FBT. in 30 different holdings there. Now, medical technology today in 2019 borders that of science fiction. I recently visited the Huntsman Cancer Center in the state of Utah, and just touring their facilities was an amazing experience. Very technologically advanced. Again, it borders science fiction. Not even Hollywood could dream up some of the medical technology that is available today. Everything from 3D printed joints to nanorobots injected into the bloodstream to find and specifically attack cancer cells individually. Again, I have no idea what a hospital will look like in 30, 40, 50 years from now, but I don't have to, because I'm choosing to hold a basket of the companies on the frontier of the biotech movement, innovating all the different products that will exist some point in the future. Now, the fourth holding of this future pie is information tech. This is a very broad fund. I love it. It's by Vanguard, ticker VGT, 318 different holdings. Now, it's kind of funny, it's kind of ironic that I say this, but I never cease to be amazed by the creativity and the laziness of the human race. We're constantly coming up with new technologies and new inventions, again, things that border science fiction, or products and services that seemed impossible just 10 years ago. Everything from cleaning to making lists to ordering items is becoming forever easier and more fluid. Human creativity truly knows no bounds. I'm convinced of this. If we can dream it, we can scheme it. Information technology is becoming applicable to many different things, and this is just the beginning. Now, spot number 5 in the overall portfolio is robotics and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is one of the most fascinating yet scary forms of technology that we have in today's world. Who knows what even 20 years in the future will look like concerning artificial intelligence. With the amount of self-learning and self-teaching that is going on within these programs and systems, I can't even fathom what will be around in the future. So, with that being said, I chose to incorporate the Robotics and Artificial Intelligence iShares, IRBO, with 88 different holdings. Again, I can't predict the future with AI, but I know I'm going to be a part of it with this investment. Now, I promised a bonus, which I'm going to uncover in a moment, but I'd like to mention one more holding that I'd like to add to this portfolio, ticker ITA, Aerospace and Defense. So when we really think about it, as a human race, specifically cultures and countries individually, we have our agriculture. This is how we receive our nutrients to continue life as biological life forms. We, of course, need water. Biotech will help improve our bodies, right, with all the different technology. Information tech, that's more of a cultural thing, right? We all love our conveniences and our different technologies within entertainment, so to speak. And of course, robotics and AI have boundless applications. So as a society, when we have all of this going for us, each individual country or continent, whatever you have specifically going on in your country, of course we need aerospace and defense, especially since we'll probably be expanding our footprint more and more into space and different planets. Now, what's interesting about this is no matter what form of defense national defense entails in 20, 30, 40, 50, even 60 years, ticker ITA will cover those here in the US. So I wanted to add that extra one on. Again, it could be cyber warfare, it might not even be missiles or bullets on the battlefield, but ticker ITA will incorporate all of that aerospace and defense as we continue to want to defend our specific way of life and explore the boundless areas of space. Now, with these 5 and the 6th ITA bonus, that creates a pretty darn good portfolio that, as long as humans are existent in the future, this portfolio should be fairly profitable, and what I predict will beat the S&P 500. Now, I said I have another bonus, and that is you. Now, what do I mean by you? Well, you have to make sure, and all of us as individuals, we have to make sure that we keep up with society and the workforce and our skill sets. Right now, if your skill set entails taking orders, cleaning, or transporting items coast to coast, get used to low pay and job insecurity. The world owes you nothing. If you're able-bodied and not mentally impaired, you must apply new skills, learn new skills, and forever evolve the value that you add to the workplace. Whatever value you provide is the value that you will receive. Now, I don't mean value as a human being. I'm sure the people out there are great people, but I'm talking about skill set, applicable value to the marketplace. If you don't know technology and how it's being applied to the workplace, you cannot expect society or your employer to pay you as much as the people that do understand technology and how it's applied to the workforce. And today it's easier than ever, especially here in the States, to receive all different forms of education and skill sets. In fact, in the Patreon member group, in the private member group, I'm posting 5 different free or low-cost ways to improve or gain new skills to make you more valuable in the ever-expanding workplace. I have a question for you. Let me know in the comments section down below. Are you currently working to improve your skills and learn new skill sets to add more value to the marketplace, increase your pay, and increase your job security? Let myself and others know in the comment section down below what specifically you're doing to improve your skills and add value to the marketplace. If you enjoyed these videos, take a look at one of these right here. I think you'll like it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next video.
Human decisions are removed from strategic defense. Skynet begins to learn at a geometric rate. It becomes self-aware at 2:14 a.m. Eastern Time, August 29th.